Hey, this is Erik Cortina. So I started thinking how I don't do many videos anymore, and due to YouTube's new guidelines, I can't really do reloading videos, and I can't do gunsmithing videos. So that leaves me pretty much nothing to do. So what I've decided to do, I'm just gonna do a vlog. So you guys, I'm just gonna bring you around with me as much as I can, wherever I go, and when I'm getting ready for a match, and that might give you guys a little insight of kind of what I do to get ready for matches. And but I'm not gonna go into specific detail as to show you how I actually load ammo. There's gonna be discussions in there, but they're not gonna be dedicated videos as to, for example, how to come up with a load or different things. I may discuss it in pieces here and there, as I just almost like if you're coming along with me and I'm just talking to somebody, and that's kind of the format here that I'm gonna do. So this is the first one. Let me know if you guys like this. I'm getting ready for the Texas State Long Range Championship 2018. So as I was sitting here cleaning my rifle, I got to thinking, I said, well, why don't I just do a vlog? So that's what I'm gonna do. So make sure you let me know, in the comments, if you guys like this or not. So if you guys don't like it, then I'm not gonna waste my time, really. I mean, I'm doing this for you guys, and hopefully you guys can learn something from watching me do what I do. I mean, you may learn a way to do it, or you may learn how not to do it. If the good thing about the vlog format is, if I make a mistake, I'm not gonna edit it out. It's just gonna be, it is what it is. I'll make a mistake. You guys get to see me make the mistake. You guys get to see me talk about the mistake, and you guys get to see me fix the mistake. Hopefully there won't be too many of those, but that's kind of the format that I'm planning on doing. So anyway, enough of that. Let me get to work, because it's 10:30 a.m. I still need to go work for a little while, and then I gotta drive to Houston and get ready for the match tomorrow morning. Today is Thursday, April 26th. So team match starts tomorrow. Let me clean the rifle, and then I gotta load some ammo. The brass is prepped already, and it's been annealed, full length size with 2000s bump. It's been cleaned, it's been trimmed and deburred, and I need to prime it, load it, see the bullets. The bullets have already been sorted, so like I said, I'm not gonna show you any of that today, but in later episodes, when I'm getting ready for another match, you'll get to see, some of that. So another thing that I started doing lately is I started shooting PRS. So I kind of suck at it right now, but you got to start somewhere. So I'm gonna show you as well in the vlog kind of how I get ready for the matches and how I practice, and then I'll talk to you about the mistakes that I make and how I'm planning on correcting them. One advantage that I have being an F-class shooter, and one advantage that I have is that I'm an F-class shooter, and I've been shooting for a long time. So I can reload no problem, to get accuracy for PRS. The one thing that I struggle at is position and time management, all those things. So the plan is to bring you guys along with me to the matches, and try to shoot some footage, and then again discuss with you the mistakes that I've been making, how I'm gonna correct them, and bring you out there when I'm practicing, and then kind of show you what I'm practicing, what I'm fixing, and then we'll go back to a match and see if it pays off. So anyway, let's clean this rifle. Okay, so first I'm going to let you know how I set the rifle up for cleaning. I have a vise, and then I have soft jaws from Brownells. The bolt, every time I take it out to clean, I put it right here. Okay, this is my empty chamber indicator. So I put it right here. Why? because more than once I went out to the range and I used to put my bolt right here, get to the range, and I get my gun out of the case and my bolt is not in there. I used to leave it right there. So now I always put it right here. Bore guide. By the way, this is kind of my little cleaning kit that I'm taking to the range with me. Not to the range, but to the match. I have paper towels. I have a patch out, accelerator, KG2, just in case I feel like the barrels or the bore's getting rough. I have some IOSO triple action cleaning, and that's to clean the bolt and you know, some stuff. I have some IOSO triple action oil solution. That's to wipe the bolt down and the action. I have some TM25 lubricant, and that's for the bolt lugs. I have cleaning pads. I have lens cleaning wipes, and I'm gonna get a bore mop and or a chamber mop, and then I'm gonna get my cleaning rod. This is a Sinclair O-ring rod guide, 284 Winchester. So that's what I'm gonna use right now. The way I use it, I take it out, put a little bit of saliva on that O-ring. Otherwise, when you put it in there, it'll strip it off sometimes. Push it in. Now my cleaning rod is Vortec, and you can see how long this son of a gun is. Let me tell you how long it is. It's 58 inches, including the jag, so it's a 56-inch cleaning rod. So the reason I like it this long is because when I'm cleaning the rifle, you'll see what I mean. See, it's out, but yet the handle doesn't hit the back of the rifle. Otherwise, you have to bring the handle here and you'll scratch the heck out of this rifle. So, or you bang your hand pretty hard here when you're doing the KG2 or KG12. KG2. So, anyway, that's why I like a long rod. So this is pretty simple. All I do, and I already cleaned this rifle, but I'm just gonna show you what I do. I put just a patch right there. I get it started. And then on this reservoir, I put the cleaning solution. Now, don't do a drop or two. I put it in there pretty heavily. I mean, I filled up the entire container almost. Push it in, and then just pull it out slowly. Make sure you don't beat up your crown. So make sure there's no step. Some of these bore jags are not the same diameter as the rod, and if they're not, when you try to pull it back, you'll damage your crown. So anyway, it's back through. Take a clean paper towel, wipe your rod, okay? And I would do that a couple of times, and I would just let it sit overnight or something. But since I already cleaned it, we're gonna step ahead. We're gonna do like a cooking show and pretend that, you know, 12 hours or whatever have already went by. You don't have to wait that long, but that's what I do. Come home from a match, put the rifle here, patch it, go to sleep. Come back the next day, patch it, see what it looks like. If it's still dirty, you know, I patch it and then I leave it overnight again. I like doing it that way because, you know, I don't have to sit here for an hour cleaning a rifle. I just let the solvent work. So anyway, push it back through, and then I patch it 2 or 3 times until it's dry. And that's it. So it's dry now. I'm gonna do one more patch. Okay, so that's it. It's clean. Again, this is just the short version. This is the cooking show version. It's clean now. Make sure this is tight. Take the pour guide out, dry it out real good. Don't leave any solvent on the outside, or you know, I like to wipe down this O-ring as well. Clean it out, put it back in its case. And it goes in this box that's going with me. Then I take a board mop or a chamber mop, put the patch in here. You can tell this is pretty dirty. So what I do, I put a patch right there, and then I push the patch in, rotate it, pull it out. Okay, it's fairly clean. So I'll keep my trash can right here. This done, then I take another paper towel. I use a lot of paper towels, by the way. And then I just wipe the action down, just to get the dirt out of there. By the way, before I start anything, I blow it out with air. Now I'm just kind of getting stuff out. Make sure on the trigger there's nothing there. Okay, just give it just a little wipe down, especially if it's a board in action. Bling bling. Anyway, you know, the scope, you know, they get pretty dusty. You know, there's quite a bit of dirt. Then I finally take my bolt. Again, get another paper towel. You gotta keep using clean paper towels. Otherwise, you just, you know, putting dirt on top of dirt, and that's not very good. Always keep a knife. So this is that IOSO triple action, whatever. I just put some on the bolt like that. You can tell. And then I just wipe it down. You know, just wipe it real good. Okay, look at the front, inspect everything, make sure nothing's broken. Make sure your extractor has a nice spring to it. You know, I like to lubricate that too, just to make sure everything's working good. Then I just blow it out with air. You don't want to leave any oil in there. Take this paper towel, put a little more oil in here, and that's what I like to do the inside of the action. This is an oil, but it's also a cleaner. And you know, I just clean it a little bit with it, and then I just wipe it down. Okay, and then the bolt, we're gonna grease the bolt before we put it back in. So what you do on the bolt, you want to do the lugs right here. Okay, there. You don't need much, just a little bit. And then you want to, this is your cam for extraction, so you want to put a little bit of lubricant right there. And then on the inside, I already have some grease right there, but you can see this is your caulking ramp. You want some grease right there. And that's all. You don't need more than that. And this goes in the container again. So there's this one and this one. And this and this. I just don't want to leave anything behind. Put the bolt in there. It cycles properly. Okay, one thing I didn't show you is right after I have greased the bolt, put pressure, forward pressure on the bolt. If you don't, that spring, the trigger, if you don't put pressure on it, that spring is pulling the bolt back because it engages on the trigger, on the sear. So you have the grease on the lug, and then when it matches the lugs in the action, it's just gonna wipe it off. So what you do is you push in, and then you bring it down, let go. You can see there's a little bit of play. I mean, there's hardly anything, but it's enough. Anyway, push it in, bring it down, and then just smear the grease on it. You're good to go. I can almost use this action for PRS. Look at that. Who says you can't run a target action fast? Anyway, that's that. So I'm gonna put my empty chamber indicator in there. So this is how you know it's mine. All right, that gets in there. Be careful with these, because the center of gravity is way back here. So be careful with these, with these jaws. I mean, they go on there, but they don't go on there super good. And you know, you want to make sure while you're messing with your rifle that it doesn't fall. See that? If you get it too tight, they come out of the jaw. So I'm probably gonna have to make some aluminum ones. It always scares me. I've actually dropped it once. I don't know if you can see this chip right here. It hit this table and it pissed me off. Anyway, let's give the scope a little TLC. We first you blow the glass out. Take the sunscreen off, or the sunshade. Okay, blow that out. And then take some of these wipes and wipe it. Okay, I mean, you can get these things real cheap on Amazon, and I'll put the link on the description if I remember. If not, ask me for it. But anyway, after I blew it out, you don't want to go and start smearing this thing right away, because if there's any dust on the lens, you're going to scratch it. So now that I blew it out, you're just getting the smudges and anything that's stuck to the glass out. Okay, use one there. Don't use the same surface twice, again, because if you picked up any dirt, it's going to scratch the lens. Okay, there's one. Now we're going to do the front. I go around the edges first, fold it, then I do the wrist, fold it again, one last pass, we're done. That's it. It's clean. Who does that? I use one of pole labels. This is it reduces the aperture of the scope, and it gives you more of the field in focus if you're trying to see the mirage through your scope, which is what I do. So if you want one of those, contact Dan Pole Label, and he sells those things. They work. Okay, rifle is ready. Make sure you clean your crown. Solvent usually drips on here, and you know, I just like to wipe it down. That's it. Rifle's ready to go. Hold it good. Take it out of the vise, and it's going straight into my gun case. I'm gonna put the gun case right here so I can show you what I got going on here. Okay, so there's the rifle. I leave the bolt open because there's less leverage on it. If you have it closed, that bolt knob sticks out, and there's always that risk that somebody steps on it, or you drop it, it'll break off. So I leave it open, I close it, okay, and then let me show you what I got in here. So I have my Mirage Shield, which looks extremely plain, so we're gonna fix that right quick. So this is the front, you can tell. Put it right there. How about we put some lapua stickers on? We'll put a lapua sticker right there. And we'll put another one towards the front. So now you know this is mine. Okay. Ta-da! All right, so that's that. Let me turn the camera a little bit so you can see. Okay, so that's my Mirage shield. That stays in here. The other thing that I keep in here is a bolt. Okay, so this bolt of mine, as you saw, I'm shooting a board in action, BRM XD, and I have two of them. You know, my main rifle, my backup rifle. I'm shooting a Brooks barrel. They both, that's all I shoot. And this is a Shirley Brothers stock. My backup is a Cirrus Rifle Works. So anyway, this is a bolt from my backup action. The beauty about board in actions is, you know, these are identical actions. So for example, if I'm on the line and something was to happen, let's say I pierce a primer or something happens that, you know, my bolt quits functioning, I pull it out, grab this one, put this one in there, keep on trucking. Another thing that I keep in there is a box of bullets. If I don't like how my ammo's shooting, I can pull the bullets out, replace the bullets, keep on shooting. I'm joking. I have a trigger, okay? All right, so I have another trigger on a hanger. So the beauty of these hangers is, again, these board and actions, and most custom actions have hangers. So again, if I was to lose a trigger, I can flip the rifle over, take the trigger out, and then drop this one in place, 2 screws, and keep on trucking. I don't have to sit on the line trying to fix the rifle. I just replace the part, and when I'm done shooting, I can find out what the problem is. If I can't fix it, well, at least I have replacement parts. If the barrel quits shooting on me, I don't worry about it. You're done. I mean, if you're shooting a string and, I don't know, you drop, let's just say you drop 10 points on easy conditions, you know, it's either your scope or your barrel, at which point, if you drop 10 points, you're done anyway. So, you know, you're not gonna win. I mean, this is F open, right? So if you drop 10 points, you're done. So I don't bring another barrel. Typically, if I go to, for example, to the World Championship where I'm shooting Nationals and World Championship, yes, I will bring 2 barrels. Let's say I'm shooting, and that only works, for example, if I'm shooting Nationals and the barrel gives out on me, well, I can swap it out, you know, make sure everything works, and then, you know, I can shoot the World Championship with it, and, you know, that's a whole other match. But if you're going only 2 Nationals, for example, and your barrel gives out, you drop 10 points or 15 or whatever, you're done. You know, you can replace it. I mean, you can always bring another barrel. That's not a problem, but, you know, you're done anyway. So, all right, so this is gonna go by the door. Everything when I'm done, I put it over by the door so that I don't forget anything. For example, my cleaning rod, I'm gonna grab this too because I'm done with it. One thing I do always bring is a spare scope. I'm shooting an NXS on my rifle. This is a Knife Force Comp. It's on rings and it's sighted in at 1,000 yards with that rifle. Okay, so if I suspect something's wrong with the scope, I can remove it, put this one on, and I should be very close. I should at least hit the target. So I always bring a spare scope. You know, it may help me, it may help somebody else, but anyways, always bring a spare scope.